And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Well, with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros, we can expect to hear more stories like this, I'm sure.
Well, without question, Kevin, that's the case in the landscape that we find ourselves in. But, you know, there's something to be said for developing all 4 years in college when that's the best route for an individual player. Nowadays, I think, unfairly so, there's a ton of pressure on young guys sometimes to leave prematurely. We'll see if Freak's decision pays off for him long term.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboards. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Livingston in at the point guard position.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Hansbrough a screen on Thompson. Lynn dishes to Freak. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. There's a screen by Hansbrough. Here's Jefferson, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
0-1 near Iguodala as he lets it go. Tries again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Warriors.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon.
.105 left in the first half. Walker the pass to Freak. Back to Walker. He kicks to Freak. On the wing, Batum. 5 on the clock. Zeller setting the pick for Batum. And a wide open look for Freak. Second. Shot opportunity. In deep. Zeller drops it in. Zeller's got 4 this quarter.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
Down low, here's Spates. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Freak kicks to Zeller. Pass to Freak. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one. Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Got it! What a shot!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave them to him.
And so that brings the...
Guys, I'm here with Steph Curry. And Steph, what has the problem been defensively?
We were a step late, I think. And, you know, they made tough shots. We can't take away from that. But for the most part, we have to find a way to guard that line if they're knocking down shots to keep them out the game.
Steph, thanks for the time.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
It's been a solid outing for Curry.
Comes in for Andre Iguodala, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did in it.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations, and 33 and 49, just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
Freak in at point guard. Tyler Hansbrough out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then it's Jeremy Lin, and it's Zeller in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
You know, for the Hornets, they've not made consecutive playoff appearances since the team moved to New Orleans back in 2002. They just haven't been able to stay consistent enough to make it to the playoffs back. Back years. Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on, he's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Livingston dishes to Thompson. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 4 assists in the game.
And guys, what's rough for the Hornets is that they were a consistent playoff fixture in the late 90s. Still, the team has never made it to the conference finals in its franchise history, and that should be a goal for them in the coming years.
Green against Zeller. Green kicks to Barnes. Dishes it to Livingston.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
And guys, Tyler Hansbrough, as heavily a decorated player as we've ever had in college, has somehow seen his numbers steadily decline in the pros. Last season, he was in for an average of only 14 minutes a game, the lowest of his career. And he also only averaged about 4 points a game, which also equaled the lowest of his career.
Al Jefferson is checked in for the Hornets. Lin against Thompson. Picked by Zeller. Here's Freak. No good with it. Triple. Clark, Tyler Hansbrough has been a effort guy, but he hasn't, just displayed the physical tools needed to match up, it looks like, with bigger power forwards.
Yeah, and if you lack certain physical tools, you better have a well-developed skill set. That other area where Tyler has needed improvement is the skill. Still young enough to turn it around, but the clock continues to tick.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
To the right side. And here's Barnes for 3. Can't hit. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action, a competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
Thompson with it. From deep. Can't get it to fall. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. It's checked in for Kemba Walker. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Setting the floor for the Warriors, Barnes and Green are the forward set. Livingston is out there with Curry. And it's Spates in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Boy, it doesn't get much better than that. Curry with a really nice screen.
There's a minute 40 left to play in the final quarter. Williams passes to Freak. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Williams dishes to Batum. Clock at 4. Kicks it to Freak. Fires top of the key. Not enough on that one as it misses. Warriors have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Here's Curry. Oh, and they take the lead. Curry's got 14 points here in the second half.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy, and what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
Jefferson add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
And he has started to turn it on now after that slow start.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets fans team.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Feeds it to Freak from beyond the arc. Rebounded by Bogut. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Freak. Can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way with it. Curry kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. And the wide open shot from Green. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Here are the Hornets with the ball. A 2-point game. Lee passes to Freak. Takes it from 10. No good. Jefferson dishes to Freak. Cash in. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. Clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Off the inbound pass. Count it! 3! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.